Well, we got more good news for Nike sneakers, specifically for Nike sneakers shock drops. Actually, great news, I should say, because this is something that's going to allow manual users to cop more than ever before. This is not something you're going to be able to buy at all. Not only that, but it gives true fans an actual advantage. So props to Nike for coming up with something like this. I think that this was an absolutely incredible idea, and this is something that we're going to be seeing more and more of. We already saw it once on the SB Jordan 4. That was simply the test run, which was posted onto Eric Koston's social media account. It was posted on his Instagram story, and this is something we posted all the early info for inside of my group Endurance, and we're going to do that for every single one of these shock drops. So again, you could join with the link in the description below. That aside though, you actually don't even need to be a part of Endurance to have a good advantage if you're a true fan. This whole thing is designed to give true fans of the collaborator, say for like a Travis Scott, for example, a unique advantage. So somebody who doesn't follow Travis Scott, somebody who doesn't keep up with Travis Scott on his social media accounts won't have that same advantage as to somebody who is a very, very avid Travis Scott fan and has notifications on for all of his posts across all of his social media channels, because this is something that's going to not only be on Instagram stories. There's a lot more to this, and I'm going to get into all of this. Of course, this is something that has been in the works for a very, very long time. They were initially supposed to use this all the way back for the Union Jordan 1. That's when this thing was supposed to be ready, but due to iOS updates, they couldn't get this thing working in time. If you guys recall, during that time of the Union Jordan 1 lead up, I was saying there was supposed to be a unique gesture kind of drop, and it was supposed to be for this. They couldn't get it working in time, and I explained that in my last video on this topic, where I said this is the future of all Nike sneakers drops, because this was not a one-off thing. That SB Jordan 4 drop was not the only one we're going to be seeing. That was just the guinea pig. This was the initial test run. Now things are going to start occurring like this on an even broader scale. Not only are we going to see more of them, but we're going to see them with bigger collaborators too. So as I explained in that video, the future of Nike sneakers shock drops, this is the future. This is how we're going to start seeing more and more of these drops occur, and that's exactly why I'm going to break down exactly how you can cop from these in the most efficient way possible. And this is not something that you're going to be able to bot. There are no bots that are able to do this, let alone just the average hunts that Nike sneakers does. This just adds another layer to difficulty. So this is not something you're going to be able to bot. It's only manual. So I'm going to break down exactly how you can efficiently cop from this new Nike sneakers Link type of shock drop, because there's going to be multiple different forms of it, as you'll soon begin to see. We only saw one form of it so far, but there's a lot of potential diversity when it comes to this, and I'll explain all of it. So first, let's just briefly go over how Nike Sneakers describes it, because they actually do a very, very good job of explaining what to expect. So inside Nike Sneakers, the Sneakers Link. Sneakers Link is an exclusive launch experience that gives you access to drops and collaborations like never before. With Nike Sneakers Link, our goal is to make sure some of the most coveted sneakers make it into the hands of true fans first, which I absolutely agree they are achieving with this. This was a brilliant idea, so shout out to Nike. Keep a close eye on sneakers and our partners' channels. The Sneakers Link launch experience will be accessible only through a unique link, which sneakers or our partners may share through various channels, such as social media posts, QR codes, or other access points. So keep the Sneakers app close, as well as the artists, athletes, and creatives you're interested in, so you'll be the first to know about upcoming drops. So just to clarify exactly what this is in a nutshell, this is an exclusive link that allows you to access a drop, and you might have to do something on that drop to still cop. Like we've seen Nike sneaker scratcher drops before, we've seen AR hunts to sneakers cams, we've seen sneakers stashes, but now there's another layer added on top of that, and that other layer is that you're gonna need this unique access link. So you're not gonna be able to just open up the sneakers app and try to go for the shoe you want. You need to actually click one of these links, and it's gonna open up Nike sneakers for you. If you just open up the app, it is not gonna show up. That's why there was a lot of confusion when people on Twitter got the notification for this, and they were like, hey, I don't see it on the sneakers app. they're confused that when they open up the sneakers app for the first time, they're not seeing this scratcher drop come up. And that's exactly what Nike had intended, because their intentions are for the people who are, say, following Eric Costin to get first dibs on it, and then they know the link is going to spread eventually, but they want to give that competitive advantage to the true fans first. So everybody who loves Eric Costin and is always checking his story on Instagram to see what he's going to post about maybe his outfits or a new skateboarding video, whatever it is, those true fans who are always checking and maybe have notifications enabled, they're going to see, oh, what's this? They're going to click the link and they're going to be able to go for it. So just to clarify, that's the most important takeaway from all of this. You need that special link. It's all about that access link. If you don't have that link, you are not going to even be able to try for any of these kinds of unique shock drops that we're going to be seeing. Now, there's another layer to this that we haven't seen yet, but trust me, you're going to eventually see it. It's not only going to be in the form of a direct link. You're also going to see this manifest itself in the form of QR codes. And those QR codes will be something like, let's say there's a poster at a certain event. You'll be able to scan that QR code at that event, click the link from the QR code from your smartphone, and then it's going to give you access. Or a person on, like an influencer on social media, might post that QR code in an image, and then you're going to need 2 devices, just like a sneakers cam. And it's times like this where I really would encourage you to join Endurance, because most people don't walk around with 2 phones. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. But if you know one of these drops is imminent, you know something's coming because I posted the early info inside of my group, you know that, okay, I need to have 2 devices ready. This way you could scan that QR code. So the QR code form of these kinds of things is just like the sneakers cam, but this is just a second layer to it. You're still gonna need 2 devices. So let's say there's a scratcher drop through a QR code. You're gonna still need 2 devices so you could display that QR code on one device and scan it with the other. Or you'll need to have a friend with you or someone willing to help you out. Obviously, you could skip all that hassle if you just have the early info ahead of time and you know to keep your laptop or your tablet or your iPod Touch or whatever it is with you at the same time. And QR code is just one of them. There's going to be other forms of access points you're going to start seeing soon too. I don't have all the information on them yet, but we're going to start seeing them experiment with more unique types of ways of actually being able to acquire these kinds of links. It's starting out simple. It started out with the SB Jordan 4, just an easy link on a social media post. It was an Instagram story and the link was right there. Nice and simple. This is how it's going to start. You're going to see a lot of drops take place like this, but eventually it'll start getting a little bit more unique. And you see that Nike is alluding to the fact that they're going to be doing this a lot with many different kinds of collaborators. So they literally say artists, athletes, and creatives. So this is not just going to be a one-off thing. They're not going to rarely do this. They're going to be doing this pretty frequently. It looks like they got it working successfully, and they're going to be doing it more and more. And now they actually put out the full announcement because it was a big success on the SB Jordan 4. Everyone liked it. Moving on, using Sneakers Link to enter the launch experience. Once you click the link or scan the QR code, you'll be taken to the Sneakers Link launch experience in the Sneakers app. There, you will learn more about the drop and how to unlock access. If you tap the Sneakers Link or scan the QR code but do not have the Sneakers app installed, you will first be directed to download the app. You'll need to click the scan. All right, so obviously we know this. This is basic info. And then they, of course, say supplies are not guaranteed, so act quickly. Products available through Nike Sneakers Link launch experiences are available only for a limited time. Obviously, this is known. These types of drops are going to be limited, but as you saw with the SB Jordan 4, since this was a unique kind of drop, the stock actually lasted quite a long time. Even though these shoes, they're over retail in the secondary market, they sat for a really long period of time, especially the smaller sizes, because a lot of people just did not know how to get the link. Now, obviously, if you want to cop every single one of these Sneakers Link drops, it's not really going to be possible for you to have that advantage if you're only interested in a couple of these collaborators. Like, let's say you're a Travis Scott fan, you follow him closely, but you're not going to be following this random artist that collaborates with Nike for one time. This kind of early information is now more important than ever before, and especially when it comes to things like the QR codes too. Whether it's us having to have someone at that event get the picture of the QR code, send it inside the group, or just the simple fact that you need to know in advance to have 2 devices with you, this kind of information is very important. Nike Sneakers is going to be doing this more and more. So again, I'd encourage you to join with the link in the description below. We want to help you guys out. And remember, we do so much more than just sneaker reselling information. We do a lot more beyond this. And Pokemon has been really, really hot lately. I actually just started posting update videos on Pokemon on my second channel. You can feel free to check that out if you're looking to broaden your horizons as a reseller. And we even do more beyond reselling too, like our investing section. This is a great time to get into stock investing if you want to start averaging in, because there's a lot of fear in the market right now. So I'd encourage you again to look into it. Links in the description below. Other than that, good luck on all these drops.